Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And today, I'm starting a mage playthrough. So, I'm gonna join this guy.
I want to start as your apprentice.
Great, you seem to know the basics already. Harrod thinks you're a good man. Thorben gave you his blessing. I'm not all that pious, but I'm fine with it. Constantino says you can sign up wherever you want for all he cares. And Matteo says you're worth your weight in gold. This means you have the approval of all masters. You can work for me at any time if you want.
I'm in.
You aren't going to regret this. I think we'll be able to work together well.
What are my tasks as an apprentice?
That's easy. Bring me as many pelts as you can get. I'll pay you a better price for them than any of the other traders would give you. Apart from that, you needn't show up here in the shop. I can get along just fine by myself.
And where am I supposed to sleep?
I don't have any room for you here. They're bound to have a bed for you in the hotel at the marketplace.
So, I'm gonna give him skins, but first I wanna throw this one.
Do you really believe that?
There you are again.
I knew that would be a problem. I've got a few skins for you.
A sheepskin? You didn't go slaughter some farmer's sheep in the pasture, did you?
I wouldn't dream of doing that.
Wolfskin, that's good. A warg skin? Those beasts are tough. Even a shadow beast skin. Those are worth a lot. What the hell is this skin?
I ripped a troll off for that one.
That is worth a small fortune. Good work. Come see me again when you have more.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
I don't wanna sell this skin yet.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
I have lots of gold now. And now what I want to do, since I'm becoming a mage, I want to pray. I want to pray a lot. If you remember what I told you, from praying you can get 10 strength, 10 dexterity, 20 mana, and then infinite health once you get the previous 3. It also depends on the guild you join. So, once you become a mage, you can only get mana by praying. And then after mana, you can get life. So now what I wanna do is pray to get strength and dexterity. So when I'm done praying, I'm gonna have 55 strength and 20 dexterity. 55 because I have equipped some strength items. Like the amulet and belt. I'm not gonna use those as a mage, but I do want to increase strength and dexterity. Or at least dexterity, because I'm gonna need it. So, every time before I pray, I'm gonna save. Pray for 100 gold. Nice, I got strength. And then go to the farm, sleep, come back here again, and pray again. So, I'm just gonna cut all of this praying, running back and forth, and I'll see you when I'm done. Oh, and of course, I'm not gonna pray for any mana. I don't want any mana at the moment. I want mana when I'm done learning it through learning points, through training. So I only want strength and dexterity. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, so I got 55 strength and 20 dexterity. So now if I were to pray, I'm only gonna get mana. Once I'm done with mana, I'm gonna get life. But I don't want mana yet. I'm gonna pray later. I have prayed enough. I think Inas by now knows that I'm devoted. And he's rich by now, because I gave him 2,000 gold. Also, Lobart is tired of me from sleeping in his wife's bed. So, time to leave all of that behind and become a priest. Now, I assume you don't know how praying works. So, when you pray, you have chance to get either strength or dexterity. Once you get all 10 strength or all 10 dexterity, then you can get mana and something else you haven't gotten before. At least that's how it worked for me now. And once you're done with mana as well, then you only get life in the end.
For all your stuff, I'll give you 600 gold pieces.
All right, sold.
We've made some good deals today. Better not come back until tomorrow, or somebody might get suspicious. You see? I'm in enough trouble as it is.
Believe me. Do you really think?
I've heard a thing or two.
He can't keep anything to himself. He can't keep anything to himself. That's what I've always said.
Let's wait and see what's happening.
Hey, what do you know? We have mutual friends. In that case, let me express my gratitude for being rescued. Here, take these lockpicks. I'm sure you'll find them useful.
You really believe that?
That's not what I heard. That's not what I heard.
That's not what I heard.
Hey!
I can give this guy back his weapon.
I've got your sword.
Good. I'm curious whether you'll dare to challenge me again.
Now this time with this guy.
You still owe me a favor. It is time to pay your debt.
What do you want?
I want my old stall in the marketplace back. Sarah snatched it away from me, but she has had that spot long enough. I want her to give up the stall.
And what's my part in this?
I will give you a letter to stick in her pocket. Then you go to Andre and tell him that Sarah is selling weapons to Onar. She lands in prison. You pocket the bounty, and I get the stall. You have 2 days to accomplish this.
What will happen if I refuse to do that?
That would be truly stupid of you, because you see, I know that you're an escaped convict. If that gets around, it could do considerable harm to your situation in the city.
All right, looks like I've got no choice.
You're a clever lad. Here is the letter.
How am I supposed to force the letter on her?
Let her show you her wares, and while she does, you hide the letter on her. And bear in mind, I am an influential man in the city, so don't try to play me for a fool.
Someone's got to do the work. How interesting.
Show me your wares.
Take your pick.
Don't tell this to everybody knows by now. That's what I've always said.
I've got to go.
Suit yourself.
talks too much.
Hey.
That's not what I heard. Go away.
Hey, you're one of us. Let me tell you something.
I noticed it myself.
If you intend to empty some pockets in town, be especially careful with the merchants. They're pretty sharp at watching their stuff, but I can give you a tip. Try to grab the desired object with one hand and wave about with the other. That distracts them.
I won't tell her a thing.
That's terrible. That's an open secret.
That's not what my husband.
Show me your wares.
And he works all day.
That's
too.
an open secret.
So what I'm gonna do this time,
Honestly,
It's gonna get eaten myself. I can't take care of
These
it.
are bad times. He simply talks
Who
too
says
much.
things like that? Honestly, I witnessed it
I
myself.
won't tell her a thing from now on. These are bad times.
But that's terrible. Everybody knows by now.
is snitch on Canthar, but also keep him alive.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Terminus.
I've come to collect... Canthar the merchant is trying to get rid of Sarah.
Sarah, the weapons merchant in the marketplace?
I was supposed to foist a letter on Sarah, which claimed that she's supplying weapons to Onar.
I see. I shall gladly pay the bounty for that bastard. He is already as good as behind bars.
I warned you, but you wouldn't listen. We will discuss this later. Now get lost. I want to rest.
That's typical, isn't it? I won't tell her a thing from now on.
I won't tell her a thing from now on. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Don't tell this to her. Keep your sugar in the air.
And Enos!
I want to increase my magic powers.
I'm also gonna learn some mana. So now I have 14. Now I have 34. And I have 69 learning points. I can get a bit more.
I want to increase...
Okay, I'm gonna keep it at that. 29 learning points, 54 mana. It will do for now.
Don't say you didn't know that.
These are bad times.
I don't believe that.
That's what I've always said.
big deal.
That's been known a long time.
Hey,
He really should have known better.
Yeah, he really said that.
Show me how I can hit harder.
That
Right.
isn't true.
Pay attention. There's a simple trick.
You didn't know that.
When you hit, you don't take
was
strength
no big
from your arm, but from your entire body. Turn your hip,
Time.
bring your shoulder to the front, and stretch out your arm at the same time. If you hit right, you'll notice the difference.
I couldn't get away with that. And there's more, believe me.
That's all just gossip.
I used to say that myself.
Been there, done that.
That will never change.
Really didn't deserve that.
Gossip. Nobody will listen.
would this package of swamp weed happen to be yours?
Well, I'll be... Where'd you get that?
It's a long story.
Doesn't matter. Really, you're a decent guy. Here, take this as a reward. Have fun with it. First, let me roll a few. That's all just gossip. Nothing amazes me anymore.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
That's...
Here's 100 gold pieces. Give me a sheep then.
Good. Then take Betsy. You'll find her in the pasture. Just tell her she should follow you. She's pretty smart for a sheep. Treat her well.
Hello, sheep. Come with me. How are you? And how are your sheep?
I'm fine, and so are the sheep. That is, the ones that are still here are doing all right.
He never would have thought of that himself.
I only have to bring one sheep to the monastery. Taking more of them doesn't do anything.
I'm staying out of it. Been there, done that.
All that matters is strength. Someone tell me
I want to become a novice.
I see that you have brought the required offering. If you are truly willing, you are now free to become a novice. However, if you make this decision, there is no going back. Consider well if this is your path.
Yes, I want to dedicate my life to the service of Innos.
Then be welcome, brother. I give to you the key to the monastery gate. As a sign of your free decision, it is up to you to open the gate and step through. You are now a novice. Wear this robe as a sign that you are now a member of this brotherhood. When you are in the monastery, go to Parlin. He'll see to your needs from now on.
Will my transgressions be forgiven now?
Not yet. Speak to Master Parlin. He will bless you and wash you clean of your sins.
Welcome, new novice. I am Parlin.
I am
a novice.
Been there, done that.
It is not important who you were before. Now you are a servant of Innos. That is all that matters. And with the acceptance into the Brotherhood of Fire, all of your previous transgressions will be forgiven. May Innos bless this man who places his life in his service and wash away his sins.
And now?
First, you will fulfill the duties of a novice. You will work and serve the Brotherhood. But take your sheep to Opolos first. He will take care of it. You can give your gold to Gorax, our steward. You will find him in the winery. When you have done that, we shall speak about your work here in the monastery.
I'm looking for the Eye of Innos.
I don't know who told you about that, but the divine artifact is not accessible to anyone.
Where is the Eye of Innos kept?
The fewer people know this secret, the better it is protected. Seek for it, and you will not find it.
I need to talk to the leader of the Paladins.
Lord Hagen does not receive novices. Only we magicians are permitted to see him.
How can I serve the community?
First, you will fulfill the duties of a novice. You will work and serve the Brotherhood. But take your sheep to Opolos first. He will take care of it. You can give your gold to Gorax, our steward. You will find him in the winery. When you have done that, we shall speak about your work here in the monastery.
Been there, done that.
Hello. You must be the new guy. I'm Opolos. I take care of the sheep around here.
Can't go on like this forever.
How long have you been in the monastery?
I've been here 3 years, but so far I haven't studied, although I'd like to.
Why not?
My job is looking after the sheep, not studying the scriptures. As long as Master Parlin doesn't release me from this duty, I'm not allowed to study in the library.
That's nothing new.
Look here, I brought Betsy. Can I leave her with you?
Yes, of course. Good-looking animal. I'll take good care of her.
Violate the divine orders.
How shall I act here in the monastery?
Never lie to a magician. Don't transgress against a brother in the community. Respect the property of the community. If you violate these rules, you have to pay a penalty to Master Parlin. Apart from that, I can only advise you to be careful around Aegon. If you don't watch out, you'll end up like Babo.
Is there anything you can teach me?
Sure, I used to beat up people. I can show you how to strengthen your arms. But I'd like to learn something about potions, especially about magic potions.
How can I help you with that?
Well, if you work for Neoras, you'll certainly have an opportunity to borrow one of his recipes for a short time. If you bring it to me so that I can take a look at it, I'll train you.
I'll get back to that later. Who are Aegon and Babo?
Aegon takes care of the herb garden. He's also a novice, but he acts like he was the chosen one himself. Babo came to the monastery shortly before you. At first he helped Aegon in the herb garden, but they must have had a fight, and Babo has been sweeping the courtyard ever since.
Do you know what happened?
Not exactly. You'll have to ask them. But Aegon's word has more weight than that of the other novices because he's the governor's nephew.
About the library.
That's the locked room to the left, next to the gate. But you'll only get the key when Master Parlin decides that you may study the teachings.
You should have known better.
What do you want?
I'm new here.
So I see. If you still don't have any work, talk to Parlin. He'll assign you some.
What are you planting here?
We're trying to grow healing plants that Master Neoras can use to brew potions.
What happened between you and Babo?
You shouldn't believe everything you hear. Let's get something straight. I shall go my own way, the way that Innos foreordained for me. I won't allow anyone to stand in my way, and certainly not that simpleton Babo.
Only Innos decides what's right or wrong.
Shouldn't we novices stick together?
The rest of you can stick together as much as you like, but please, don't waste my time, and no one should get in my way.
Somebody wants to know.
Hey, you! I want to become a mage.
That's what many of the novices want, but only a very few are ordained as chosen and get the chance to be accepted into the Circle of Fire. To be a magician of the Circle of Fire is the highest honor which can be granted to you in our order. You will have to work hard in order to get your chance.
Who is the leader of this monastery?
We novices serve the magicians of the Circle of Fire. They in turn are led by the High Council, which consists of the 3 most powerful magicians. But Parlan is responsible for all the affairs of the novices. He is always in the courtyard watching the novices work.
What can you tell me about this monastery?
We grow our modest provisions here ourselves. We raise sheep and make wine. There is a library, but its use is limited to the magicians and the chosen novices. We other novices mainly see to it that the magicians of the Circle of Fire want for nothing.
What's new?
The time has come again. One of the novices will soon be accepted into the Circle of Fire. The tests will soon begin.
What must I do to become a magician?
You will become a chosen of Innos only when the High Magicians of Fire allow it. As novices, we are forbidden to study rune magic, and we may study the old scriptures only with the permission of the magicians.
Who is in charge of this monastery?
The High Council. It is composed of the 3 most powerful magicians of our order. They consult daily in the church. The chosen of Innos are all magicians. Innos has provided them with this gift so that they are able to carry out his will on earth.
Is there anything new?
The paladins arrived in Corinus recently. One of them is here in the monastery to pray.
Can I be of assistance to you?
I've brought a heap of gold.
Ah, you're bringing your offering for Innos. That's good of you, my son. I shall use your offering for the best of the monastery, as it pleases Innos.
What's your task here?
My tasks are many and varied. Not only am I the steward, but I am also the treasurer. Moreover, I supervise the wine cellar, and I'm in control of the monastery's food supplies. So, if there's anything you need, you can always come to me and get it. For a modest contribution, that is.
I need a few things.
So this guy has some interesting stuff. Ulthar's enchanted this wand. Wand of the Fire Magicians and Magic Wand. I'm gonna take this wand, because this thing gives you more mana, and it also requires mana to wield. This key here, I've shown it before. It's a key for you to leave the monastery in case you get in somehow and you can't open the door. If you get in the illegal way.
I'm looking for a place to sleep.
There's an empty bed right next door. The first on the right, next to the entrance. You can sleep there. You can store your belongings in one of the unused chests. And remember, you have no business entering the sleeping chambers of the magicians. You're also not allowed to enter the library unless you've been given permission.
Hey, you!
What do you want?
What are you doing here?
I have transgressed against the precepts of the community. Now I'm waiting for the decision of the High Council, whether I may remain in the monastery.
Tell me what happened.
I took a book from the rooms of the magicians while I was sweeping, so I could read it later. Master Highglass noticed it immediately, of course, and asked me about the book. Out of fear of being punished, I lied about it. But he caught me later when I was in my chamber with the book. He was really angry and informed the High Council. Now they are discussing whether I can stay.
That's no secret.
Is there any way I can help you?
No. I've been delivered up to the mercy of Innos and the magicians.
I used to say that myself.
You should have known better.
Wait a minute.
Hello. You're also new here, aren't you?
Yes. How long have you been here?
I've been here for 4 weeks. Have you already been given a fighting staff?
Not so far.
Then take this one. We novices all carry a staff as a sign of our ability to defend ourselves. Can you fight?
Well, I've wielded a weapon or two.
If you want, I can teach you something. However, I have a request.
What request would that be?
Well, one of the paladins, Sergio, is in the monastery at the moment. If you can persuade him to go through a few exercises with me, then I'll train you.
I shall see what can be done. What happened between you and Aegon?
Oh, we had a disagreement about how to take care of fire nettles. Aegon had watered them so much that the plants almost had root rot already. Once the roots were completely rotten, he blamed me for it. They've made me sweep the courtyard all day ever since.
Why did Aegon do that?
You'll have to ask him that. I think he just can't stand it when someone is better than he is.
You seem to know a thing or two about plants.
We had an herb garden where I learned a few tricks from my grandpa. I'd really prefer to work in the garden again.
How's life here in the monastery?
I don't mean to complain, but I never thought that it would be so strict here. If you don't stick to the rules, they punish you. Of course, a lot of novices want to study the teaching of Innos in the library, so they can be prepared if they're chosen. But I think the best preparation for the test of magic is fulfilling our own tasks.
What's the deal with the Chosen and that test?
Talk to Brother Igaraz. He knows a lot about that.
Can't rely on that.
Could have told you that before.
Tell me about the Eye of Innos.
All right.
Same old thing.
The Eye of Innos contains a part of the divine power of Innos. Only one chosen servant of Innos is permitted to bear the amulet. It was created to protect us from the powers of evil when the time comes.
Only Innos decides what's right.
How can I serve the community?
Speak to the other magicians. They will give you tasks. I will oversee your work, and when you have fulfilled your duties adequately, you will receive permission to enter the library to study the word of Innos.
I used to say that myself.
Can I have access to the library?
First, fulfill your duties in service to the community. When you've done working, we shall speak about this again.
Why haven't I heard about this before?
How can I learn the art of magic?
No big deal.
You are not here to receive the gift of magic. You are here to serve Innos. But I can show you how to increase your magic power.
That's nothing new.
Do you have an assignment for me?
Yes, there is indeed something you can do for the community. The novices' chambers could do with a good sweeping. Take care of that.
But that will take forever.
Then you'd better start right away, hadn't you?
No idea.
About the novices' chambers.
Indisputably. It is not a simple task. But with the help of Innos, you will manage.
Only Innos decides what's right or wrong.
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
I'm staying out of it.
Wait a minute.
Could have told you that before.
I need help sweeping the novices' chambers.
No one has agreed to help you so far, huh? I'll help you. Only if you find at least one other person to join in.
That was no big deal.
Hey! I need help sweeping the novices' chambers.
Oh dear. You just got here and you let them make you do the sweeping already? Console yourself. It was exactly the same with me when I first got here. And that's why I'm going to help you. It would be ridiculous if we couldn't handle it.
I'm staying out of it.
Wait a minute. I need help sweeping the novices' chambers.
Am I the only one helping you?
No, I've already got some help.
Then I'm in.
Hey!
What's wrong? Why are you bothering me? Can't you see I'm in the middle of an extremely complicated experiment?
I didn't mean to disturb you.
You already have. Well, what do you want?
Could you brew me a potion?
For a novice, you are certainly impertinent. Go about your duties. You can buy everything you need from Gorax.
Can I learn from you?
I do not instruct novices. If someday you are accepted into the Circle of Fire, then I can show you how to create powerful potions.
Have you got work for me?
Yes, I need plants for my experiments. We raise plants ourselves, but we're all out of fire nettles. 7 blossoms should do. Bring me those. Oh, something else. I'm missing a recipe for creating magic potions. If you find it, I would be very grateful.
About your recipe, I haven't found it yet.
Well, in that case, I hope you'll still find it.
Nobody ever asks me.
Never change.
That's nothing new.
Only Innos decides what's right or wrong.
Those are all just...
You are not permitted to go further. Turn back.
I'm staying out of it.
That's just what I said.
Innos be with you. I've never seen you before. You are new around here.
Yes, I only just joined.
In that case, I hope you get settled here fast. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
What room is this?
This is where they keep the holy relics of the monastery.
What relics?
Here rests the Hammer of Innos, along with the Shield of Fire. These are the most important relics of Church of Innos, outside the capital of the realm.
Is the Eye of Innos kept here too?
Of course not. What a strange idea. Nobody knows where that divine artifact is to be found.
What are you doing here?
I am the guardian of the sacred artifacts.
Don't you ever sleep?
What an unusual notion. Of course I don't ever sleep. Innos himself grants me the power which allows me to forego sleep altogether. For how else could I fulfill the sacred duties of guardianship?
Do you really never sleep?
No. If a guardian falls asleep, he has failed. But I shall not fail, for Innos gives me the strength and endurance, and I shall never tire.
Tell me about the shield.
The Shield of Fire was born by Dominique in the battle on the Southern Isles.
But the power of the shield is never to be wielded again. Therefore, we have nailed it to the wall.
Tell me about the hammer.
This is the sacred hammer of Innos. With this hammer, Saint Robar slew the stone sentinel. The Holy Scriptures say that the stone sentinel was invulnerable. He stood in battle like a tower, and the weapons of his enemies were smashed on his skin of stone. With the name of Innos on his lips, Robar hurled himself at the monster and crushed it with one mighty blow of his hammer.
What are you doing here?
I am the guardian of the sacred artifacts.
Shall I take over from you for a while?
Is this a test? The mages have sent you to test me, right? Oh, I knew it. But I shall pass this test. Tell your mages I stand firm as a rock, and that I shall resist all temptations, for I am a worthy guardian.
That's no secret. You should have known better.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
You should have known better.
Do you have an assignment for me?
You novices have worked hard lately, and those who work a lot shall eat a lot too. I'm giving you a key to the larder. You'll find some mutton sausages there. Distribute them among the novices, but fairly. Once you've done that, you can come see me again.
Now there's a recipe here that Master Neras wants. But Opolos also wants it.
Those are all just rumors.
Hey! I need help sweeping the novices' chambers.
Forget it, I don't have time for that. Look for somebody else to help you.
Would you like a sausage?
Sure, give it here. A sausage like this is not to be sneezed at.
How about a delicious mutton sausage?
I wouldn't say no to that. Thanks. That's just what I needed.
I need help sweeping the novices' chambers.
Hey, brother, I'm already helping you. You don't have to talk me into it.
Would you like a sausage?
Sure, give it here. A sausage like this is not to be sneezed at.
Hey, you!
I used to say that myself.
I'm busy distributing sausages.
Thanks. Hopefully that won't be the last sausage I get around here.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
There's more, believe me.
How about a delicious mutton sausage?
I wouldn't say no to that. Thanks. That's just what I needed.
said.
Here, I've got a mutton sausage for you.
Sheep sausage, sheep cheese, sheep milker. It's getting so I can't stand the sight of it.
So, do you want the sausage or not?
Oh, give it here already.
Those are all just rumors.
Only in us decides what's right or wrong.
That's nothing new.
Hey! Here, have a sausage, brother.
Good of you to think of me. Usually, I am forgotten. You could let me have another sausage.
Forget it. I won't have enough then.
Hey, one sausage. Nobody will notice that. You'll get something for it. I know a place where some fire nettles grow. If you take them to Neras, he'll surely give you the key to the library. What do you say?
Okay, have another sausage.
All right. Some fire nettles are growing to the left and right on the other side of the bridge.
So this guy tells you about fire nettles that I've already got, and his hint is kinda useless. So because of that, I'm gonna reload and not give him the second sausage.
Hey, you! Here. No, forget it.
You want to get in with Gorax, huh? It's always the same with the new novices.
Because even though I have more than enough sausages, I can only give away the quest ones. So I have to be careful with the distribution.
I've got the recipe you wanted.
Good. Then let me read it.
That's no secret.
Yes, I see. Well,
That's no secret.
Good. Thanks a lot. If you want, you can train with me.
There's more.
I've got this mutton sausage here.
Oh, man. Fantastic. Finally, another delicious mutton sausage.
I always act in the name of
About...
Been there, done that.
Hey!
What can I do for you, brother?
I'm busy distributing sausages.
So you work for Gorax, huh? All right. Pass the sausage, then.
Why aren't you working?
I am permitted to study the teachings of Innos. I seek wisdom in his words. One day, he would choose me. And then, I shall take the test of magic and enter the Circle of Fire.
Who are the chosen?
The novices whom Innos has ordained to take the test of magic. He who passes it is accepted into the ranks of the Magicians of Fire.
How can I be chosen?
You have no influence on that. Innos alone chooses his novices, and the High Council announces his will.
What is the test of magic?
A test which is announced by the High Council to all chosen novices. It is an assignment in which faith and cleverness are put to the test. All the chosen novices take part, but it is only possible for one of them to complete it successfully.
How can I study the scriptures?
You must gain access to the library. However, Master Parlin will only give you the key if you have first finished your duties.
Would you like a sausage?
Sure, give it here. A sausage like this is not to be sneezed at.
I need help sweeping the novices' chambers.
Sure, I'll help. We novices have to stick together. One hand washes the other. I just need 50 gold pieces because I still have to pay Parlan.
All right, I'll pay.
Good, then I'll get started.
How about a delicious mutton sausage?
I wouldn't say no to that. Thanks. That's just what I needed.
I need help sweeping the novices' chambers.
Brother, I know the situation you're in, and I already told you that I will help you, and that's what I'm doing.
What's your job here?
I prepare the paladins for their fight against evil.
What is evil?
Evil is everywhere. It is the power of Beliar, the eternal adversary of Innos. It is the all-encompassing blackness which seems to blot out the light of Innos forever. Beliar is the lord of darkness, of hate, and of destruction. Only those among us in whose hearts burns the holy fire of Innos will bear the radiant light of Innos into the world and banish the darkness.
But there are only magicians and novices living in the monastery.
That is correct, in contrast to our community which honors the word of Innos. The paladins honor the great deeds of our Lord above all else. We are the representatives of Innos, but the paladins are his warriors, who go into battle in his name and increase his glory.
Is there anything you can teach me?
I am an expert in the magic of ice and the magic of thunder. I can teach you their power. However, I only instruct magicians.
Is there anything I can do for you, Master?
For me? No. I do not require your help. Pray rather for the well-being of the warriors of Innos who have gone to the Valley of Mines.
You have prayed for my brethren. I want to thank you for that. Tell me what I can do for you.
Let me share your fighting experience.
When you fight, always make sure that no one can attack you from behind.
I need access to the library.
Well, I cannot grant you access. For that, you must first fulfill your tasks. But I can help you. Go to Master Iskoroth and talk to him. I have heard that he needs help, and I would go to him, but I pass this task on to you.
Can you go through a few exercises with Babo?
Why doesn't he ask me himself?
I think he's shy.
I see. Good. If it means so much to him, I shall train with him every morning for 2 hours. We begin at 5 o'clock. Tell him that.
What are you doing here?
I am praying to Innos that he strengthen my arm and my will. Thus I am armed against all dangers and shall destroy all his enemies in order to do him honor.
What enemies?
All those who oppose the will of Innos, whether they be human-born or summoned creature. May Innos illuminate your path.
I talked to Sergio. He's going to train with you every morning for 2 hours starting at 5 o'clock.
Thanks. What an honor for me. If you want, I'll also show you the secrets of combat.
Here, have a sausage.
Oh, mutton sausage is great. They taste the best. Come on, give me another sausage.
Then I won't have enough left for the others.
You have one sausage too many anyway, namely the one for you. And what's a sausage among friends? Come on, I'll give you a fire arrow spell scroll for it.
All right, here, take another.
All right, here's your spell scroll.
Now, one funny thing about this guy And his recipe is that he already has that recipe here. And this one is more detailed.
Hey, you! About your recipe, I found it.
Good. I was afraid it was lost for good. Here, take this magic potion as a sign of my gratitude.
I've got some fire nettles for you.
Excellent. I can work with that. Take this Fist of Wind spell scroll for your help.
I'm supposed to sweep the novices' chambers.
You've saddled yourself with a lot of work there. You know what? I'll help you. You'll never finish that alone. But I really need a Fist of Wind spell scroll. You know, I got lucky and was allowed to read a book about it. And now, naturally, I want to try the spell. So get me the spell scroll and I'll help you.
About the spell scroll.
Do you have a Fist of Wind spell for me?
Here's the spell scroll you wanted.
That's good. Then I'll help you clean the chambers.
Hey, you! Hey! Would you like a sausage?
Ah, delicious that. Thank you so much, brother.
I'm gonna let these guys sweep for a while longer.
Hey, you! Sergio sent me. I've taken over his task. So what is it?
A dark wolf has been roaming the area recently. Track it down and kill it. May Innos watch over you always.
Hey, you! I've killed the wolf.
Good work, novice. You are a brave man. But now return to the monastery and go about your duties.
Hey!
May Enos
I prayed for the paladins.
You have done well. Now go back to doing your work.
You dare to address me, novice? Return to your work.
I've got one more question.
You do not seem to want to understand. I decide when I see fit to talk to you. Who do you think you are? And now, get back to work. Your presence here demonstrates not only your lack of respect, but also your stupidity, novice. So you're the new novice. Well, I assume you have already been given a task by Master Parlin. You know that everyone within the community of fire must carry out his duty according to the will of Enos.
Some citizens of Corinus have mysteriously disappeared.
Take your tribute to Gorax at the monastery at once. He will handle it further.
The same is true for the investigation of the unusual earthquakes in the northeastern regions of Corinus. So far, I have not received notice that our intervention would be required. Therefore, we are not going to take any steps in this matter.
Yes, but...
No buts. We shall proceed as we see fit, and I hope even you are going to respect that.
So did you hear how he had Parlan's voice about taking the tribute to Gorax? I have no idea how that got there, but it's fun.
I must talk to the paladins. It's urgent.
And are you going to tell us why you want to talk to them?
I've got an important message for them.
What message would that be?
An army of evil is assembling in the Valley of Mines, led by the dragons. We must stop them as long as we still can.
We shall ponder on your words, novice. When the time has come, we shall let you know what our council decided. In the meantime, you had better see to your duties as a novice.
I'm looking for the Eye of Enos.
Anyone who thinks he could not only find the sacred amulet, but wear it as well, is a fool. The amulet itself chooses its bearer. No one save the one who is destined for it will be able to wear it.
I'd be willing to give it a try.
The duty of a novice is to show humility, not desire. Well, we don't want to keep you from your work any longer. You may go now. Your presence here demonstrates not only your lack of respect, but also your stupidity, novice. Obedience is a virtue you are still going to learn, one way or another.
Look, the new novice appears before the High Council. Enos be with you, son.
What exactly is the task of the High Council?
It is our duty to proclaim the will of Enos. Thus, we name the chosen novices who will be put to the test of magic. Even though we lead a retired life, we turn our gaze upon the events of the world, for the Church of Enos represents the highest earthly law.
Ah, so you're interested in what's going on in the world. So what do you think of those dragons squatting in the Valley of Mines, with their army growing every day?
I understand that you are angry, but we must first weigh your words before we take any steps. If we allow ourselves to be carried away and act rashly now, we will achieve nothing. Therefore, fulfill your tasks, and we shall discuss what is to be done.
Tell me about the test of magic.
It is the chance for the chosen novices to enter the Guild of Magicians, but only one can pass the test, and Enos alone chooses the novices for it.
When's the test going to take place?
As soon as we have heard the will of Enos, we inform the chosen novices and put them to the test.
I've distributed the sausages.
And you have done so fairly. Take these spell scrolls of healing and go back to your work.
Do you have another assignment for me?
Yes. As you know, we make an excellent wine here, and we sell it too. Orlan, the landlord of the inn, the Dead Harpy, has ordered a shipment. We've agreed to 240 gold pieces for the bottles. Bring him these bottles, but don't let him shortchange you.
I could tell you.
I never knew that.
You just have to listen.
I'm bringing the wine from the monastery.
Excellent. That's what I've been waiting for. I've already agreed on the price with Master Gorax. I'll give you the 100 gold coins straight away.
I couldn't care less.
Are you trying to pull a fast one? The price is 240 gold coins.
So, Gorax warned you, did he? All right. Maybe the two of us can do a bit of business. Look, I'll give you 100 gold pieces for the wine. You tell Gorax that I pulled the wool over your eyes and you'll get 4 spell scrolls from me.
The spell scrolls are useless?
No one really wants to hear that.
What kind of spell scrolls are they?
No idea. I don't know anything about that. They're from a guest who, forgot them here. Yeah.
They're nothing special, so I'm just gonna take the money.
Hey, just give me the 240 gold coins.
You don't want to do business, huh? All right. Here's the gold.
I never knew that.
Things I could tell you.
I also need to go back to the town quickly. Because I'm gonna need Oblivion spell for the next quest.
Hey.
Interesting. Someone's gonna do the work.
And he works all day too.
Who says things like
this to anyone. Never mind. And he looks all this as if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. You don't say.
Show me your wares.
I'm gonna need Oblivion spell. I'll take 2. I'm also gonna take some
Show me
transformation spells.
You went and entered the monastery, huh? I hope they let you out often enough so you can keep me supplied with skins.
So Bosper has reaction when you enter the monastery.
Wait a minute.
So you've entered the monastery. I'd have preferred it if you'd stayed in the city. We need every good man. But if you had to follow the call of Innos, then that's the way it is. If you need anything from me, I'm here for you.
And now let's see Constantino's reaction.
I see that you have entered the service of Innos. I guess that means that from now on, you cannot spare a lot of time just to fetch herbs for an old man. Still, I consider it a great honor to have supported you in your way. If, in spite of your new duties, you should find the time to occupy yourself with alchemy, you can always be sure of a warm welcome here.
And that's it. So now let's go back.
And so he set himself between his brothers in order to reconcile their dispute.
Works all day too. That's not what I heard. Someone's gonna do the work. He'd better shut up.
That was no big deal.
Will it ever change?
That's no secret.
That's not what I heard.
I went to see Orlan.
And did you get the 240 gold coins?
I've got the gold.
Excellent. You're really useful. Take this spell scroll of healing as a reward. Now go and find yourself something else to do.
About the novices' chambers.
You actually managed to find 4 novices to help you. I think they can now return to their daily work. Well done, novice. You have accomplished the task I set you.
Can I have access to the library?
You have obtained fire nettles for Brother Neras. You have found Brother Neras' recipe. You have vanquished the black wolf, which threatened the shrine. You have succeeded in finding 4 novices, and thus cleaned the chambers. You have distributed the food to the novices fairly, as Brother Gorax instructed you. You have sold the wine to Gorax's satisfaction. Yes, you have worked enough. Now it is time for you to study the teachings of Innos. Speak to Master Highglass in the library. I hereby give you the key.
I couldn't care less.
Hey, you! About the library.
You lucky duck. You got the key to the library, even though you've only been here for a short while. Use your chance and study the old scriptures.
I've got no time for things like that.
So it says in the scriptures.
So there are plenty of books here that describe circles of magic, what spells you can learn in each circle, what new spell you can use with each circle, the requirements you need to create runes for those specific circles. The 6th circle and all of its spells and how to make them. The 5th circle and the ingredients needed to make them. And this starts a quest to become a mage. So now we can request the test of fire. But these are not all spells in the game, and all runes you can make. Because in the expansion they also added water mages, so they can also teach me something. And if you remember from my Paladin playthrough, they also have a book that describes water mage spells, the new spells added with the expansion.
Hey! I am Master Highglass, Guardian of the Fire and Keeper of the Knowledge. So Master Parlin has given you permission to study the scriptures. Then it's up to you now to do exactly that. Study, so that you may find enlightenment in the scriptures.
What are you studying, Master?
My research focuses on fire, the power of Innos. It is his gift and at the same time a mighty weapon, and I create runes which contain his power.
Very enlightening. Can you teach me that?
It is Innos who grants the magic. Only to his servants, the magicians of fire, is it given to learn how to wield this power.
I demand the test of fire.
The test of fire is from the olden days and has not been held for a long time. What you're demanding is far too dangerous, so just don't think about it anymore.
Hey, you!
What can I do for you, novice?
What exactly is your job?
It is my responsibility to train mages in the art of spherical manifestation.
What does that mean?
Well, I teach them how to summon creatures or beings from other states or spheres. This is usually called summoning, although this expression alone is insufficient for the art of calling a servant. Furthermore, I own some interesting spell scrolls which Gorax does not have. But I only make them available to members of the Order.
I've come to read the scriptures.
I understand. If you can ever make some time between your tedious studies, come to me. There is yet another matter for which I could use a discreet novice.
You have an assignment for me?
Yes. It's about this crazy Ignaz. He lives in Corinus and experiments with various potions and healing drafts, but also magic spells. And that's exactly what worries me. I ask myself if his magic is pleasing to Innos. In order to test this, I need some of his spell scrolls. I want you to go into the city and obtain 3 of his spell scrolls for me, but not a word to anyone. Is that clear?
Sure.
Here are 150 gold pieces. That cover your expenses.
Here are the spell scrolls you wanted.
Well done, my young friend. But now, it is time that you devote yourself to your studies, and take this spell scroll as a reward.
That's nothing new.
And now I have nothing else to do but become a fire mage.
I want to undergo the test of fire.
So you know about? You want to pass the test of fire?
Yes, I refer to the law of fire, which says...
We know the law of the fire. We have also seen many novices die during the test. You ought to reconsider this decision.
Yes, I have. I want the test, and I am going to pass it.
If you absolutely insist, then the High Council will put you to the test.
I insist on being given the test of fire.
In that case, so be it. When you're ready, each magician from the High Council will give you a mission which you have to fulfill. May Innos have mercy on your soul.
I am ready to face your test, Master.
And only Innos alone knows whether you are going to pass it. You shall be put to the same test which is given to the chosen novices, the test of magic. You probably know that only one of the novices can pass the test.
I see. Who are my competitors then?
Innos, in his wisdom, has chosen 3 novices who are also going to be put through this test. Aegon, Igaraz, and Ulf. They have already started the search. But enough of that. Hear the words of the test. Follow the signs of Innos, and bring us what the believer finds behind the path. You are going to need this key. That is all we have to say to you.
I'm ready to face your test, Master.
I'm not surprised that you know the old law, but I suspect that you do not realize what risk you are taking. Bear in mind that an impatient spirit will not withstand the test of fire. It has been a long time since anyone took this test, and there is only one man who ever survived it and passed. A young, ambitious novice, then. He has long since found his place in the High Council. I speak of Serpentis.
He won't be the only one who ever passed that test for much longer.
Then I shall not keep you waiting any longer. Hear my test for you. Create a fire arrow rune. That is all. May Innos help you.
I heard that you passed the test of fire.
In all humility, I can tell you this. Everyone else who has attempted this is dead. You really should not attempt to take this test. Your spirit is weak. Better to serve in the monastery, and perhaps you will be chosen in a few years.
I am going to pass the test.
If it is the will of Innos, then you shall. But if not, then you will fail.
I'm ready to face your test, Master.
So, you want to put yourself to the test? Only a courageous novice demands the test. But courage is not all that you need. Are you clever enough to pass the test? Are you strong enough to meet the dangers that await you? If not, you will pay for it with your life. And now hear your test. In the place of stones, seek the one who's never born. Find him who once was summoned. Overcome the one who cannot be overcome. Measure yourself against the living rock. Fight with the undying stone and destroy it.
Living rock? What kind of a creature would that be?
I have told you everything. Or do you find this test too difficult? Now you will learn what it means to take the test of fire. I will answer no more of your questions.
So he's talking about Golem, and this Golem cannot be fought.
Hey, have you really demanded the test of fire?
Yes, and I intend to pass it.
Good. Maybe I can help you with it. I can give you a very useful spell scroll. A sleep spell. Interested?
What can I do with it?
With this spell, you can put people into a magic sleep for a short time. But only if their will is weaker than yours. That could be very useful if someone is standing in your way.
And how do I know whether the other person has a weaker will?
You needn't bother trying it with the magicians, but you could put most of the novices to sleep.
I'd have gone about it differently.
What do you want for it?
Every magician who is accepted gets one wish. And if you really pass the test of fire, then you could fix it so that I can stay in the monastery.
All right, give me the spell scroll.
Good luck in your test. May Innes help you.
I'm no better off myself.
Hey!
That's just what I said.
About the library.
You lucky. Use your chance and...
You can't go on like this forever.
So about that Golem. The Golem on this quest cannot be killed with normal weapons, unlike all other Golems in the game. So, if you remember the story from this guy,
You can't go.
he mentioned how one Golem was destroyed with this weapon.
That's totally obvious.
And conveniently, we just got a sleep spell. So this weapon doesn't tell you how much damage it deals, how much strength it requires.
That's just what I said.
So I'm just gonna take it and use it for a quest.
You can't go on like this forever.
It's a bad business.
Better watch out when you tell that.
Now, Pyrakar mentioned to follow signs of Innos, and the signs of Innos are probably its shrines. So if you go on this path, where this shrine is, you will find somebody you know. If you go on any other path, you won't find anyone you know or other shrines, but this path has the most shrines in the game.
It has happened. Innos has chosen me, and I shall take part in the test of magic.
I'm in it too. I demanded the test of fire.
You did what? So either you are a favorite of Innos, or completely crazy.
I've already done a lot of crazy things, so I'm positive I can pull this off too.
Innos holds his hand over me. Therefore, I shall pass this test.
Have you seen Aegon or Ulf?
We split up at the inn. I went to the farms, and those two set out together. But where to, I don't know.
And? Found out anything yet?
Since you stand no chance anyway, I may as well tell you. Don't bother looking near the farms. There is nothing there that will get you anywhere.
Maybe we could work together.
Forget it. I'll accomplish this mission alone. You would just be a hindrance to me.
Do you know anything about a living rock?
No. Did Serpentes give you this test?
Yes. Why?
I think I can imagine what he means. You wouldn't be the first person to fail this test.
Where exactly can I find this living rock?
Just keep following this path. After quite a while, you'll come to a river. Just continue to follow the path up the mountain. It's got to be up there someplace. When you come to a bridge, you've gone too far. If you get that far in the first place. That's all I'm going to tell you. It's supposed to be your test after all.
Have you found out anything new?
Not yet. But I'm still searching.
So there's another sign of Innos. And there it is. The magic rock. And that's all it takes. Just one hit.
Nothing to plunder.
Hey, do you know what happened?
You've been chosen.
Right. Just as I was about to have a cool sip of beer, Darren comes around the corner and tells me I've been chosen. Who would have thought? The will of Innos is unfathomable. What brings you here?
I've demanded the tested fire.
It's not possible. Boy, you are damn brave. Does that mean you will also seek that which the believer finds behind the path?
Looks like it. Have you found out anything yet?
Well, I just followed Aegon, but in the meantime I lost him. And now, what do they say? Follow the signs of Innos. But I don't understand that bit with the path. So what? I'll keep searching.
So, you can tell him to go away.
Hey, are you following me?
Nonsense. I just happen to be going in the same direction as you.
But
stop running after me.
I'm not following you, but please, if that's what you think, then I'll take a different path now.
I'm actually gonna let him follow me. There's another sign right there. There's another sign there. Now this guy can be in two locations, either outside the cave or in here, and his location depends on whether you went out of your way to do Serpente's quest.
You are too late. I was here first. I have won.
Congratulations. You really deserved it.
What does that mean? What are you planning?
What are you talking about?
You want to dispute my victory. You want to kill me and take all the glory for yourself. You will never succeed.
So, we meet again. I've been thinking, you know. I believe that the desire to be a magician is strong in me.
Oh man, don't do that.
I have no choice. A novice's life is not for me. I just have to be a magician, then everything will go well with me. And now I shall take what I'm entitled to. Do you have any last words?
Have you got anything to smoke?
You're lucky. I've actually got something right here. Let's get it over with.
So now, I want to show you quickly what happens if you don't do Serpente's quest and just get here quickly. So you can get in here first, get the rune, and then if you were to walk out, there he is, waiting there.
You found the hiding place before me. That cannot be! That must not be! I shall not permit it! They won't even find your corpse.
And that's it. Now it's time to go back. Any of the 3 novices you encounter in this quest, there's no point in keeping them alive. They don't have any new dialogues later, they're not important later, like, nothing happens with them later.
Hey! I have demanded the test of fire. Ulthar gave me the task to create a fire arrow rune.
Now you want me to teach you the formula?
I don't know how else I could do it.
All right, I'll teach you the formula. But first you need to find all the necessary ingredients.
What ingredients do I need for a fire arrow rune?
Read up on it. It's right there in the books.
Teach me to create the fire arrow rune.
In order to create a fire arrow rune, you'll need to join the sulfur with the rune stone at the rune table. The power of the fire arrow spelled scroll will flow into the rune, and you will possess a tool of Enos. So, once you have all the raw materials, walk over to the rune table and create your rune.
Now this costed 5 learning points.
You hardly know who to
Those are all just rumors.
I have defeated the golem.
What? You have actually done it? But without the Hammer of Innos, you would never have been able to destroy the golem. Nevertheless, I must admit that you have fulfilled the task I have given you, and I had best take the hammer myself.
Now, if he takes the hammer, he won't return it. He will keep it for himself. So I am gonna return it myself.
That's totally obvious.
Is it really true?
That's just what I said.
The hammer has disappeared. How could that happen? I have failed. Now Innos will punish me.
I'm bringing back the hammer.
So it's you who took it. It is not my place to judge you. Innos shall administer his justice upon you, and you shall receive his punishment.
And there it is. I can take it again if I want.
Can't go on like this forever.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
As if I don't have enough problems.
He doesn't see that. I can't help him.
That's just what I said.
I have defeated the golem.
What? You have actually done it? But without the Hammer of Innos, you would never have been able to destroy the golem. Nevertheless, I must admit that you have fulfilled the task I have given you.
Is there anything else you want to tell me?
Dismissed. You know what you have to do.
I have created the rune.
Well done, novice. You shall keep this, your first rune. Once you have reached the first circle of fire, you will be able to use it. You have fulfilled this test to my satisfaction.
Any news?
No. Nothing which you do not already know, brother.
I found the runestone.
You did it? You followed the signs and discovered the hidden portal?
And I defeated all those monsters who had already marked me down as a snack.
And the other novices then? What about Aegon? Did they not succeed before you?
They have failed. I suppose they weren't destined to pass the test.
Well, then we declare that you have passed this test, and the runestone shall be yours to keep.
Will I be accepted into the Magician's Guild now?
You did it. You have passed the test of fire. We were certain all along that you would succeed in doing this. Just as certain as we are that you will continue to give your best to become a worthy servant of Innos. So, if you are ready to swear the oath of fire, you shall be accepted into our ranks as a magician.
I am ready to step into the circle of fire.
Right. Then swear the sacred oath of fire. Do you swear before Lord Innos the Almighty, his servants and the holy flame, that henceforth and forever your very life shall be united with the fire, until your body and soul find rest in its sacred halls and the flame of your life dies away?
I swear.
By speaking the words of the oath, you have entered the pact with the fire. Wear this robe as a token of the eternal bond. Now that you have been accepted into our ranks, you can talk to Lord Hagen, the High Commander of the Paladins. We are also very interested to hear how he assesses the situation. So, you are free now to go to Khorinis. We expect you to bring us his answer immediately.
What can I learn now?
First of all, you are now entitled to learn about the circles of magic. They will give you the power to use the runes. The higher you rise through the 6 circles of magic, the stronger the spells become that you can work. You can learn the formulas from the brothers in the monastery. Each of them has specialized in a certain area which he will teach you. Karas, for example, is a master of invocation and summoning. And Hyglas will teach you the magic of fire. Nobody knows more about the powers of ice and thunder than Marduk. Parlan can teach you various other incantations, and he will initiate you into the first circles. But each of them will only teach you the formula. The runes you will have to create for yourself.
So it's time for a wish.
I'd like to express a wish.
After he has been accepted, each magician has the right to his first act. So, what will your first act as a magician be, hmm?
Let the novice Babbo be head of the monastery gardens.
So be it. Effective immediately, the novice Babbo will be in charge of the monastery gardens.
So I'm gonna take all of them just for a showcase. So let's start with Babbo.
Is it really true?
Those are all just rumors.
How are you?
I thank the magicians for my task. I enjoy working in the garden and hope the magicians are satisfied with me, Master.
You listen to the wrong people.
Let the novice Apollos have access to the library.
So be it. From now on, the novice Apollos will study the scriptures of Enos.
So if you choose Apollos or Babbo, then this guy will get expelled.
That's been known a long time.
Wait a minute. Hello. Thank you for helping me. I shall make the most of this chance and learn a lot. But you certainly don't have time now to talk to a simple novice, Master.
Enos enlightens all those who can't go on like this forever.
And when he's expelled, he hangs around the tavern. So let's check him out.
No idea. You tell me.
It's a bad business.
That was no big deal.
Is it really true?
I used to say that myself.
How's it going?
You're asking me that? I put all my hopes on you and you left me in the lurch. Now I've got nothing left but alcohol. And it's all your fault.
That doesn't surprise me.
Watch what you're saying there.
Yeah, go ahead and threaten me. It won't do you any good.
I'll tell the whole world what a hypocritical bastard you are as soon as I finish this bottle.
Now get out of my sight, you disgust me!
How's it go?
You're asking now.
I can explain everything.
Save your cheap excuses. You lie every time you open your mouth. Now leave me alone.
Here, 5 gold pieces for you.
5 coins? You're giving me 5 coins to make up for destroying my life? I'll take all your gold.
And that's it. Then you can just
Hey.
repeat the dialogues with him.
After, so
Let the novice Dirian stay in the monastery.
So be it. The novice will be allowed to remain in the monastery, and he will fill the position of gardener, which is now vacant.
So it says
You have sworn your oath, brother. Welcome to our ranks. I will instruct you in the circles of magic when you have enough experience. Take this runestone as a token that the power now lies in your hands.
As if I don't have enough problems.
Teach me.
I cannot teach you more formulas at the moment.
That'll only cause more trouble.
Teach me the first circle of magic.
The first circle of magic allows you to use the runes which you have created. You can now learn the formulas of the spells to create your own runes. Each of us specializes in an area of magic. So consider well what sort of magic yours shall be.
It's really not my problem.
Teach me.
As if I don't have enough problems.
I don't want any of these.
That's been known a long time.
Teach me the second circle of magic.
The time has not yet come.
So each circle costs 5 learning points times the number of the circle that you want to learn. So, first circle is 5 points. Second one is 10. Third one is 3 times 5. The sixth one is 6 times 5. So the last one is 30 learning points. For the fifth one you need 25. And you also need learning points for mana, and you also need learning points for runes.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
Those are all just rumors.
Teach me.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Nobody ever asks me.
He doesn't see that. I can't help him.
You better watch out who you tell that to.
Hey! Show me your wares. Teach me.
Now I do like a goblin skeleton. So I'll take that.
Teach me.
Can I make one right away? Awesome.
You don't have to ask me that.
Hey!
Teach me.
You're demanding more than I can teach you.
That's just what I said.
I agree with you completely.
There have been all kinds of rumors.
He never would have thought of that himself.
How's it going?
I loyally fulfill all of the tasks given me, Master. Every day, Inoth sets new challenges before me. I'll continue to work on improving myself.
It was obvious all along.
Do you really think?
Thanks! You saved me! Oh, forgive me, Master. I didn't mean to impose. I thank you for being allowed to stay in the monastery. My life will be different from now on.
Do you really think?
What's new?
You're a fine one to ask. You're the only thing the novices are talking about. It's rare indeed that a newcomer like you is chosen for the Circle of Fire.
I need a new place to sleep.
There's a free chamber on the right here. Take the key. You'll find everything you need there.
I need a few things. I need...
weapon arrow protection together with mage robe. I may buy that.
How are you?
Fine, Master. I work hard and try not to disappoint the magicians.
And this is my new room. It's very cozy, lovely. And here I'm gonna put some of my stuff. No.
For Enos.
Oh yeah, now they also greet you for Enos. Every morning. That's so cool. So of course, if you wear different armor, they won't talk to you.
Wait a minute. What's new?
You're a fine one to ask. It's
Your clothing is not appropriate for our order. Go and change.
Hey. What's new?
You're a fine one to ask. It's rare indeed that an
Hey, you! Can I learn from you?
I shall instruct you in the secrets of alchemy.
Hey.
May Enos illuminate.
And now it's time to go to Lord Hagen.
Hey. Hey.
Show me your...
Mana bonus. I kinda want that one. I'll take it.
May Innos watch over you always.